you guys have to realize too that the 6.5 months I spent in that homeless shelter, never once, not one single night out of all of those nights did I get a good night's sleep, quote unquote. It's impossible. You just get woken up from whatever, from people coughing, from people getting up to have cigarette breaks, from people talking in their sleep, from people, you name it, snoring. You just don't sleep. I didn't want to wear earplugs. I don't like earplugs, you know. I don't do very well with earplugs. I don't like them, and you know, I never got sleep. And sleep is so important. I got sleep. It was just interrupted, continuously interrupted sleep. It's just, you have to accept that in a shelter. You either wear earplugs or you pay the price. I didn't want to wear earplugs. I paid the price, okay? So that was 6.5 months of that. I come here. My mom's here constantly. The only time I can have privacy is if I stay up later than her. And I'm used to staying up later. I'm not used to going to bed early. And she's up at 6, 7 a.m. with the dogs. And she can try to not make noise if I've stayed up all night. But she can't be expected to do that either. And people will call her. They know she's up. So her phone will ring or she'll call people and I can hear them. I'm just saying. I'm just exhausted. I'm physically, emotionally, psychologically exhausted. I don't think there's a better term for it. And to any guy out there who might possibly think now or whatever, because I occasionally have the guys who I know shit about them, they know everything about me, but they're talking about how we can be together or whatnot, you know. I love the one guy, oh Laura, I think we belong together, and then, because I didn't respond, suddenly he does about face and is writing really vicious things under my videos, and I blocked him. I gotta love that. Anyway, even to the nicer ones than him, my heart, I can't come up with a good analogy, but it doesn't matter, you can use your own analogy, is understandably tighter than any tight thing you can come up with. I couldn't come up with anything. Balls of yarn aren't, I don't know, my heart is tight, okay? My heart is closed up so tight that you just don't want to have anything to do with me if you're going to fall in love with me. You want to be a friend? You want to be a fuck buddy? You want to be an FWB? Oh, good. If I like you, I'm attracted to you, I welcome it. But love, no. 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 Anyway, on to my mama, okay? She's the top priority right now, except I can't help her if I'm just constantly on edge and exhausted and whatnot. I'm so grateful. I slept 2.5 hours, 12. I told you guys in the other video I was going back to bed. I slept 2.5 hours. I can't believe it. The dog's going to make a sound. I'm letting Omar sleep on my winter coat because sometimes if I do it, even though it's winter, even though it's summer, I don't care. I don't care. It's like I don't care about what people think of me bouncing around, sometimes singing out loud with, not really when people are around, but mouthing. They can see me mouthing the words to my favorite songs with my Walkman on my head. My earphones are in them or whatever, and I don't care. I really fucking don't care. Most of those people who might think that might think I'm even crazy, you know. Anything that you see is not normal. It's not illegal, but, you know, I don't care. But even when my mom was getting sick or whatever, if she's wearing shorts and it's a little chilly outside, she'll put my winter coat on. I've done it too. Today I did it shorts and I put my winter coat on my boots because it's easier. I wear these slipper socks at night. I wear slipper socks, these, and they happen to, I don't feel like finding socks. I told you guys I wear 3 pairs of socks with my expensive, awesome New Balance sneakers, okay? That I recently got the updated version. They didn't have it on Joe's New Balance, the cheaper one from last year. Sometimes I can get it cheaper, but I still got a good deal on them. And but to find my sneaker, when the dogs have to go caca and pee-pee and whatnot, and I'm exhausted and just woken up, I don't feel like searching for sneakers and 3 pairs of socks that go with the sneakers. I put on my winter boots, and I wear these at night anyway. I had shorts on and I threw on my winter coat. So now Omar has been sleeping on the winter coat. My mom wears it, I wear it sometimes, and he smells us on it, and that comforts him. The dogs, can you imagine? They don't understand where my mom is. If you watch the beautiful, fucking awesome, I listed in my top movies called Red Dog, True Story, so beautiful. Animals are more than we arrogant fucking human beings, a lot of us think they are, okay? The dogs don't know what's going on. They're scared. They don't understand where my mother is. Angel she only wants to be with my mom. Sometimes she won't even go to the bathroom for me outside. She goes in the friggin' house. I'm doing the best I can. I have to clean this friggin' house, okay? What I'm going to say to my mom's doctors, I'm thinking about writing something out. I already told them she can't deal with my aunt dying, okay? And I was breaking down a little bit talking to them. They won't get that from Marion. Marion's calm, cool, collected. She stopped using, I know her. I know what she says to me. I even said she can't deal with Karen dying. Blah, blah, blah. She had her die. Marion, open up your fucking eyes. She had already had a sister die. Marion tries to manipulate my mind. Doesn't work. The sister that she already died on her, she wasn't close to her, Marion. She lived in another state. My mom never saw her. What is wrong with you? Marion has the nerve to say that to me. All Marion wants to say is her med stopped working. She's fine. No, she can't deal with Karen dying, Marion. Oh, she had her other sister die and she was fine. She wasn't close to her. God, is that rocket science? I'm going to tell the doctors, as I already told them the truth about the half pill she wasn't taking, because Marion leads people to believe that my mom was taking her medication completely, 100% as prescribed, because it doesn't look good on Marion if my mother wasn't, because Marion should have been hands-on and she wasn't. She's as culpable as me. Maybe more so, because she could have nipped it in the bud before I was even a spot on this house, okay? I mean, even here, I would have still been in the shelter where they put me, okay? Tell my mom's doctors, more or less, I have to figure it out. You have to remember that I write way better than I create these videos. When I write, I think. And if I'm not sure of a word, I Google it and I make sure that it's my correct word and make sure it's spelled correctly and yada yada whatever, okay? These videos are just stream of consciousness. I mess up sometimes. I might use the wrong connotation, the wrong word. Who cares? You can get the gist of it. And I also, because I'm anxious and I talk this way. That's part of the reason I got my psych disability too, because I talked this way. One time I was talking to a social worker and she's like, do you talk this way to everybody? I'm like, yeah, but it all helped me get my psych disability so I can actually have an opportunity to not be 100% not a penny to my name and, and try to heal or try to whatever. To the doctors, what you need to understand above all else is I'm sick too, but I'm fortunate enough that I'm not as sick as my mother and never